still a Rasta, and me not stop. You can't take Rasta out of me. You can't take me out of Rasta. So if you try, till you can't try no more. I'm just Rastafari.
Wagwan good people, welcome again to Adjuminda Docu Stories. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, like and share, because here is where we unpack the real truth, which most of the people are very, very afraid to talk about. So first, if you know me, you know that I'm here for the culture and the culture of Jamaica. So today I have a very interesting topic about the Rastafarianism. What do Rastafarians believe in? Where is their faith in? So folks, when you hear the word Rastafarian, what comes to your mind? Probably reggae music, or rather Bob Marley and maybe the dreadlocks. But here's the thing. Rastafari is a way of more than music and style. It's a movement born in Jamaica with deep, very, very deep spiritual roots, strong cultural pride, and beliefs that most around the world have never really understood. So today, let's dive into what Rastafarians truly believe. Folks, without wasting my time, let's unpack the truths with the following videos. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Let's meet after the videos so that we can talk about it. Talk more about what the Rastafarianism is all about.
Don't you know that belief is a doubt?
How is belief a doubt?
Because you cannot believe something and know it. And you can only believe in what you don't know.
I like that. You can only believe in what you don't know.
You don't know.
That's why you have to believe it.
Yes. Now do you believe in your mother and father?
No, I know my mother and father.
Yeah. So, but you might believe in Jesus.
I might believe in Jesus.
Because you don't know Jesus.
I've never met him.
You can only believe in what you don't know. If I get water, it's quite simple. I get a black can, a white one, a blue one, and a yellow one, and I fill them with water and seal them. What would you see?
Nothing, just the white or the black.
You would see the different colors.
The different colors.
And if you trust those eyes of yours, you're going to believe that they're different, aren't you?
I will believe it.
Until you go and fucking taste them.
Correct.
And what are you going to discover?
That it's all just water.
All one. Oneness in diversity, we call it.
Yeah.
Now you see all these human beings that you see. We are spirits living in different color physical bodies. We are not our bodies. When you look with the eyes, you're not seeing me, you are seeing the body. You look at my body and say I'm a black man. That is a program. You was programmed from birth, to believe that you are blacks and whites. But you fuck all like that. You're just a spirit in a body full of the same stinking shit.
So we're just Rasta from creation, you know. It's not an easy thing to explain in an educated standard way. Still you have people who can do it. But it's a common sense, man. That means when me explain things, me explain it in a very simple way. That means if I explain it to a baby, the baby will understand too, you know. So we are saying now, like the Bible says, God same shall return as the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the conqueror line of a tribe of Judah. And him shall come in a new name. And this new name shall be dreadful among the heathen.
How important are the dreadlocks?
This
is that
this
part
is my
of being
identity,
a Rasta?
man. Yeah, this is my identity.
Do you have to have dreadlocks if you're a Rasta?
But if he's a Rasta, then you wouldn't see why you shouldn't have it, because then you don't know freedom is freedom and you don't have to bow, you do whatever you like. But it's not a thing to say, well, I would like to be a Rasta, but I wouldn't like to have this. You dig? It can't be a thing like that. It has to be a fullness where you yourself know that it's God creator and I don't want no life, no obligation. That means you own, man. That's the first time you own yourself. You do what you want to do. Anything people want to say about you, you don't care, because, you know what I mean? Even them who say still have a comeback, you see them have to do the same thing. The more you accept herbs, the more you accept Rastafari. You dig what I say? We who accept herb, Herb is important, but herb is more important to the people who don't accept it yet, because that is the reality. I mean, it's not so well then it's something that you crave, but you check it in your sense and say, herb is a plant. I mean, herbs are good for everything. Why these people who want to do so much good for everyone, who call themselves governments and this and that, why them say you must not use the herb? You see? And we check that and we can't find, we just see them just say, no, you mustn't use it because it make you rebel. Against what? Against men who won't crave, because them crave for the things like several, them have some material things and them want to captivate your mind and tell you, say, well, you have to work and put you on pension and him keep it all. So herb make you look for yourself, and instead of you want to work for the man, you want to be one of the man too. Not in the sense of how him is, but in the sense of why should you have to bow to these things?
Do you have to smoke to be a Rasta?
No, man. But in this time, I mean, like, for instance, you're reaching a sense where you're strong enough, can take a little smoke. So when all them car pass, although you live in the city, you don't hear it because you're thinking. Differently if you just live so. Then, you know what I mean, the whole world confused you and you're worried and you don't have no time to think. And herb is a thing that give you a little time for yourself so you can live, if you use it.
And my age is 141 years old now.
You are 141 years old?
Right now.
How long have you been a herbalist?
From 1977.
So is your medicine make you live so long?
I mean, I have no sugar, I have no pressure, I have no heart attack, I have no pain. I know my farm, I do everything said.
How long did it take you to perfect your formula?
Well, I work with the moon. And the moon is that give you, like when the moon is kind of full and the new moon, you try to prepare your herbs, and before the moon full, then you would boil your herbs. So I do soak my herbs, and after soaking them, then I throw them off and prepare them, put them into the bottle and so forth. So I work with humanity. I'm a healer through the power of the Most High. So I heal through the herbs and water. So no matter what the problem you have, there is something in the herbs for you. Because the Most High said, every leaves of the tree are healing of the nation. We must attain ourselves to the herbs, and the herb will heal us.
It's time to take control of your health. Come with me to discover the basic principles that will empower you to have the vibrant life you have been hoping and praying your whole life.
Rastafari is a response to colonialism and slavery. It is based on the Ethiopian king, born Tafari Makonnen. And then he became Lich Tafari, is a royal title as a child born in the royal family, which basically be the royal son. And then he became Dijazmak Tafari, which is another title, which is basically commander or the keeper of the door. And then he get Ras Tafari, which is head of an army, and so forth. And then he became Negus Tafari, which is King Tafari. Negus is a Amharic, which is Ethiopic word for king. Negus, Negus. In 1930, he was crowned Emperor Haile Selassie. Now, Haile Selassie is a name he was given at the age of 40 days, where the Ethiopian children through the Ethiopian Orthodox Church, when they are born, the male child at the age of 40 days must get their baptismal name, and then the female at the 80 days they get their baptismal name. So he used his baptismal name, which is Haile Selassie, which means powerful Trinity. Now the Rastafari movement was then exploded or heralded in Jamaica from former slaves. Most of them around that time, there was a script they wrote, they called the Holy PB, or the Black Man's Bible. Again, trying to move away from the White Man's Bible. And then they come up with another one, the Parchment Scroll of Black Supremacy. Now, when Rastafari was crowned, these elders, these forefathers of the movement, Leonard Howell, Archibald Dunkley, Robert Hines, Joseph Nathaniel Hebert, they came out and said, the crowning of Rastafari, Haile Selassie, is a fulfillment of a prophecy of the coming Messiah. The Ethiopian royal family have certain title from the days of King Solomon, when the Queen of Ethiopia, the Queen of Sheba, went to meet with King Solomon, and then the son of that union became the first Solomonic King of Ethiopia. So they carry the titles of the kings of Israel, King of Kings, Lords of Lords, Conquering Lion of the tribe of Judah. So now when Rastafari was crowned in 1930 with all these titles, King of Kings, Lord of Lords, Conquering Lion of Judah, his name means Powerful Trinity. Trinity is God, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, and here is a man whose name literally means Powerful God, if you interpret it that way. And then they had this interpretation of the name Rastafari to mean Ras is head, Tafari means creator. That therefore Rastafari means head creator. So therefore they say this is the God we waited for, the head creator. Although Rastafari is a head to be feared, the dreaded one, the feared one. But then their limited understanding of Amharic, then they knew Tafari to mean creator instead of one to be feared. For you to get a creator, it will be Fatari, like Fetret. This is like in Gaza, the original language. So they then said, this man, whose name means the head creator, powerful God or powerful Trinity, King of Kings, Lord of Lords, this is the prophesied Messiah that the book of Revelation 5 talk about, that certain script in the Bible talk about. So this then intertwined an African rebellious spirit that was rebelling and revolting and responding to colonialism and slavery, using the Bible to rationalize this God-King concept. But the concept of the God-King is not biblical. It's actually as old as Africa.
Right now it's getting really hot on earth, so it's time to tell a story. Where they call Africa, right? Because obviously our ancestors never called the place Africa. Africa is a name that is given by, I think it's the Romans, after one of their General Africanus. Was never any place called Egypt or even Ethiopia. I reckon those are Greek names, you know what I mean? But the story is anyway that our landmass, was invaded. And the reason for this invasion, like, as they say then, because we are in the black body, what they call the black body, we was actually the first on the planet. The first to understand the laws of the one creative energy. But guess what? We was also the first to break these laws. So for breaking the laws of the one creative energy, we actually fell from the first to the last. So the invasion was part of our fall. So we was taken into slavery and, scatter all over east and west. And we was overrun, like I say, by our brothers from the east, the Arabs, and our brothers from the west, the European. So they conquer all those places. One of those places they call Israel. How many of you know that Israel is actually Northeast Africa? So right now in Israel now, ever since they've been having a long battle, about this part of Africa, they used to call the battle the Crusade. So now you have some people, right, who the Arabs are saying, this is my holy land. And yes, sir. And then you have the European who are fighting and saying, this is my holy land, Israel. But the land, like I tell you, it was, I don't know what the ancestors call it, but it wasn't Israel. And this particular piece of land is actually Northeast Africa. So how crazy is that, right? That you should have two invaders of Africa. Because a lot of people don't even realize that Libya is Africa, Egypt is Africa, Morocco is Africa, Tunisia, few more that I could name. But these people living in these places now don't call themselves Africans. Why? Because the ethnic cleanse all of the Africans that was occupying those lands and take over the land. They know they are not African. Do you think any Arabs, right, would go and dig up their ancestral, the dead that they buried, and give it to the European to put in museum? Of course they would not. But these people know that they are not Africans, so that's why they can enter my home and do such a thing. But because this is the end, you know what I mean? Because as it was in the beginning, so shall it be in the end. Everything is going to be revealed, you know, and these people are going to get destroyed, you know what I mean? This story have to have a part 2 to it, because now I have seen what I would term a black flag operation going on. So I'll be reasoning on the current black flag situation that is going on in Africa. Rastafari live.
Yeah, folks, welcome back again to Ajuminda Docu-Stories. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do so, like, and don't forget to share this video to whoever you think might be of help to. So I hope you have watched those videos. Very interesting. The Bob Marley even explaining how the origin of the Rastafarian began, what they believe. So folks, the roots of Rastafarians go back to the 1930s, inspired by himself, Marcus Garvey, who encouraged black people to be proud of their heritage, to look to Africa for redemption. When Haile Selassie was crowned Emperor of Ethiopia, many Rastafarians saw him as Jah, the living God, the Black Messiah. But for them, the Western world, which they call Babylon, is a place of corruption and oppression, while Africa, especially Ethiopia, represents Zion, their true home and symbol of liberation. But Rastafari isn't just belief, it's a lifestyle. Rastas wear dreadlocks as a sign of strength and spiritual covenant. They follow an Atal diet, natural plant-based foods full of life and energy. Think of dishes like kalaloo, eaten stew, and natural juices. They are very simple, right? But very powerful. And when it comes to music, reggae is more than entertainment. It's a prophecy, it's a teaching, and spiritual upliftment. Like Bob Marley's song like Redemption. The song Bob Marley sang about redemption and one love weren't just hits. They were messages straight from the Rastafarian hearts, carrying the truth to the world. Even ganja, which outsiders see as weed, they call it weed, is sacred in Rastafari. It's a holy herb used to meditate, used to reason, and even connect deeper with Jah. So, what do Rastafarians believe? They believe in Jah, in Africa as their spiritual homeland, in living naturally and in freeing themselves from Babylon's grip. Through their food, their dreadlocks, and their powerful music, they have created a culture that inspires the world. Rastafari is not just religion, it's a way of life, a voice of resistance, and a message of love. And thanks to the voices of Bob Marley, the spirit of Rastafari will never live forever. If Bob Marley's, I think if Bob Marley's message of truth and freedom still matters today, then so does this story. So hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe to Ajmindo Docu Stories, because together we'll keep uncovering the truth the world can't afford to forget. So folks, until next time, peace. And folks, if you have something to say, please go right to the comment section and comment anything. I promise I'll see it. And remember to keep the comment section healthy, because we're just educating ourselves. We're just trying to at least remember our legends. Until next time, brothers and sisters, may you have a very wonderful day and night. Let's meet again in the next episode. Thanks for watching.